Hey, yo, what's up, what's up? It's Lower Mav, right? Lower Mav. I know it sounds like I be saying Mav sometimes. I mean math, but I be saying Mav with a V, motherfucking V. So, it's some real shit. It was real shit going on. This real nigga news. Real nigga news, Black Moon Pack. Motherfucking Black Moon, everything. Peace to the Black Moon. Shit I'm supposed to say. So, it was shit going on. The shit still going on. So, it's like, you know, I want to try to get this back a little bit. I haven't been fucking with the anchor just because I can't right now. Oh yeah, hair a little fucked up. I tried to find something to put around it, but I couldn't. So I'm like, fucking, I'm gonna just bum it out real quick. But yeah, I don't know. I ain't really got nothing to talk about. Like my head is on real natural shit, like real life shit, not societal shit. That's usually what my mind is on, real society shit. Like I go back and forth between thinking about life itself and what that means to even be alive and everything that comes with having that thought. And then I go to thinking about society and what it means to, you know, have somebody or some entity over you controlling you. And, you know, everything that comes along with having that thought. But in this moment right now, I'm just really thinking about life shit, you know? I ain't even know how to do this video because I already know what I got to talk about. And it's a reason for what I got to talk about. But I ain't going to talk about that. But it's just, you know, just thinking about life and death. You know, like I said, I'm quite sure this is different because it's YouTube. So niggas is used to me just talking on the podcast and whatnot. But now it's on I'm on the video, right? Nigga on the video, right? So I'm on the video and it's different. But if you heard my podcast, you know, I explained before that my name is Lord Mav, M-A-V, coming from my original name that I made, which was Mavet the Black Wolf. Mavet means death in Hebrew. I'm quite sure I'm not pronouncing that right because I'm pronouncing it, you know, as an English person, or English speaking person, not an English person because I'm American. But, excuse me, you know, I did it because of Batman. Like, I'll tell a story here again just because this is YouTube. Back when I was in high school with me and my group of friends, you know, I had made mad other friends. Like, shit was crazy. It was niggas in my group that's like, yo, why you with us, my nigga? Like, what the fuck is going on? But that's just what it was. And one day we was like, yo, we gonna be superheroes. Like, I'm sure some niggas was joking, but a couple of us was serious about that shit. So niggas started making names and like fucking personalities or whatever. And I'm like, you know, at that time my favorite people was Batman and Nightwing. So I'm like, Batman took his fear and made it his power. So he's Batman because his fear was bats. And he wanted to become the fear of the city, blah, blah, all that shit. So with me, it's like, my fear was death itself. Like, I have no other fear than that shit. It's a beautiful thing to not fear anything else, but it's deadly because that's the one thing that can't be overcome in life. You know, other niggas might have a fear of heights, you know? What it'll take is for you to be strong-minded, go up somewhere high, and realize that it's really nothing to be afraid of, you know? But if your fear is death, it's like that's coming eventually, you know? But I guess it's always on some biblical shit, like, after a while of me, you know, toiling with the shit that's wrong with me in my head, you know, fear of something that can't be erased. You know, you just figure out basically like, especially if you're coming from a biblical perspective, it's like, this ain't even the place you want to be, you know? And sometimes I forget that, like, niggas hear what I talk, and I'm still talk what I talk because I'm trying to do something different. Like, the Bible say faith without works is dead, and I believe that ain't nobody gonna come and save us and shit. Like, I don't know. I believe Jesus is gonna come, whatever you want to call him. I believe he gonna come and technically save niggas, but I believe it's gonna first take niggas to get up themselves and do the work first to show that we actually want to be saved. Because if we don't show that, then what's the point of even doing anything, you know? It's like a crackhead. We like the crackheads in the situation, and you know, fucking God is the rehab, or the fucking supportive friend who just like, I'm trying to help you, but if you ain't gonna put no effort into it, then it's not gonna work. And that's what it is. So, you know, you take death and it's like, it's a natural thing, but you don't want to be here. It might be a sad thing, but you don't want to be here. And I talk a lot about trying to change this shit, like I said, but the Bible itself speak about America basically being, not America, but the world that we live in today just being hell. Like there's no possible way for it to go right, if you understand what I'm saying. I'm trying to get the angle right. But anyway, fucking, there's no way for it to go right because I don't want to block the mic. That's why a nigga toiling, because I don't know if I should keep it close so you can hear me better or put it here so you can see me better because it's a fucking video. It's different shit. But I'm not used to this. But, how you say? I don't know what I was saying. This is the hellish place. Like, it explains that basically there was a perfect state of the earth. You know, there was a perfect state of us and the earth. And once they got perverted, it was really no turning it back without drastic means. Destroy everything and bring it back, you know? But I guess if you really think about it, God was going to destroy everything and saw that one man stood to do better, you know, to be what he was supposed to be. So the thought process has to be that in a time where, of course, now information is crazy, you know? I believe niggas had technological advances back in the day, but it was more based off of spiritual things. Now we have the technological advances depraved of the spirituality because we've come so far from that shit. Like, I believe in angels transforming into demons and them niggas having kids and they learn things, but they learned that because the angels started off as spiritual beings. We don't have that now, you know? It's a saying, not a saying, but it's like a story that I think Aleister Crowley or somebody fucking opened up a portal, like in what he said. Somebody, one of these fake, not fake, but one of these magician type niggas, like a wizard, like follow the dark arts type shit, said they opened up a portal, and around that time a lot of technological advances happened, like after that, a lot of crazy shit start popping up, like, and you like, well, where these niggas, how these niggas figure this shit out? Like, I was thinking about that about a lot. How does anybody figure out anything? Because you have to be testing something. You don't just, you know, you're not just fucking around with some electrical wire, like some metal wire, and then like figure out how to move a coil from over here to over there. You know what I mean? Shit is crazy, but I don't know. You don't know how it comes to be. We just gotta take their word for it. But we depraved of the spirituality. So we still got the same things, but it's not, it comes to be in different forms, you know? We don't know if these niggas, somebody had telekinesis, because I believe humans aren't that creative. All we could do is retell stories of things we saw. So, and we change it in different ways, but it's all based on real shit. So, because you can't make nothing up. Like, it's not possible for you to literally make something up. It has to be an amalgamation of different shit you've seen. I don't know what that word means, but I use shit because it sound right in my sentence. You know, that's not with everything, but, you know. Some words, gotta slip that shit in there. But this shit is the place you don't want to be. That's what it all boils down to. We got the technological advances, and this causes the internet. Now we got internet now. We didn't have that then. We don't know if they had a way. That's why I brought up telekinesis or, you know, psychic abilities. We don't know if they had a way to connect with everybody. You know, we do know that the land was one mass. Get my hands in there. The land was one mass, right? And the flood split that shit up. That's why we know about Pangea. Science tells us shit, real shit that the Bible tell us about, but we don't never have anybody to come and say, hey, this is this. It's the same damn thing. There's no difference. So we keep, you know, saying this is that and this is that. Let's keep that separate. It's really the same thing. Pangea was one earth. So everybody had the ability to go to somebody else. Word can travel, you know? It takes a lot now for word to travel overseas. If we're talking back in the day, you got to build a boat and travel across the water with just wind power and a sail. No steamboats, no none of that shit. So, you know, even though it was one mast. So we're talking about if it was like today, the modern way that the world is set up. But back then, they didn't have planes and shit. So word travels fast because land is land. Everybody can get to everybody. So now we're in the age where we separated, right? But that almost makes it, not almost, it makes it a lot easier because you can't monitor everybody because everybody is all over the place. And niggas have different beliefs and lands have different governments and all that crazy shit that's come up now has led to a point where we have the possibility or the ability to give information to each other back and forth when we don't even know each other. So we just transferring off what's going on and we letting niggas know of what it is. And that's what we need. And that's going to be the factor that keeps us from being in the state where back in the day, Noah was the only person, Noah and his family. You know, it says him and his sons and his wife. Not even his sons' wives were perfect. That meant just because it was that one man decided to keep it perfect. So if we in a state where niggas is separate, but not all being controlled by the evil people, because when you all in one landmass, if the evil people rule, then you kind of got to follow them because the one landmass can all be monitored once they get enough people. You know, it's always somebody snitching. Snitching, niggas talk about prostitution is the oldest job in the world. Niggas snitching is the oldest job in the world. Fuck all that prostitution shit. Snitching, snitch ass niggas. So, niggas is snitching, right? I be fucking around because I be forgetting what I'm talking about. Fuck. Oh yeah, you living in the world with the bad people in charge, and they got a lot of different shit that you can't come against. But now we in different lands all over the place, but we can still come together mentally. You know, follow the rules and make it to that different place. Because either way, this whole shit got to be destroyed because it's been perverted. There's no way to bring it back. You know, and that's with a lot of stuff in this world. The natural stuff, you got to take care of it from the beginning. Because once it gets to a certain point, you might not be able to reverse whatever happened, you know? That's the crazy part about this shit. It's a lot more important things. Man, that's all I'm gonna say about that. But, you know, it's life and death. But you gotta understand that it's a different place. Like, this place is said to be hell, and it's gonna be hell because it's in a constant state of degradation. It's not ever gonna progress. It's never gonna get better. Even from what the scientists say. If you listen to the Bible, this is why everything is everything, nigga. That's why you gotta look at shit. You look at this. I'm gonna get my hands in here, okay? You look at this, and you look at that, right? You got the science, you got the Bible. And if you want, you can also look at all the other religious books and tie those shit together to the Bible. Not because you want to. You tie it together because the shit all go together. Because it's all the same story. All we do is tell stories, and different niggas have decided that, hey, instead of the real God being the ruler, I'm going to say I'm the ruler of the story, and I actually caused all this shit. And that's what you see. You know, you had niggas out there saying that the story with Noah didn't happen because there was a story called the Epic of Gilgamesh. I think it was a Babylonian story, and they say it predates the Bible, so that's proof. Well, if you go to if you go to the Bible again and you start reading about the laws that the Hebrews had to keep, them niggas wasn't really writing shit down like that. Them niggas wasn't worried about that because all you need is to speak to each other and you have the laws down pat. If you teach a child from birth the laws, then they're gonna know the laws by heart in the same way that they would know the alphabet and they numbers and all this other shit that niggas learn. Niggas learn whole languages. You telling me niggas can't learn a couple laws from fucking 1 year old? That'll make them keep it because it's something that they learn early. That's what is. It's not something that they have the choice to do. That's what is. And niggas will look at that like it's cruel nowadays, but we live in a state where, not a state like a state, but like a state like fucking being. A state where niggas like to walk into problems and then fucking complain about it later. Like, the shit is crazy. Niggas be telling their kids, like, or in the thought of children, like, oh, let them fuck up because that's their time to fuck up. Like, why? If you cannot fuck up, don't fuck up. But you ain't taking the time to teach them how not to fuck up. So crazy shit happens and you deal with the consequences later. Can't live life like that. That's bugged out. So niggas really just gotta get together, start learning more shit, start trading stories. Cause when you start doing that, like, you realize shit not different. Like, I don't know how niggas, like, it was just a story. Hey, yo, life and death. I gotta wrap it up. Life and death, nigga. It don't really matter because there's something after this. It's all just a process, and that's not the end. Your spirit is something different than your body. Like, we don't think about the fact that your body is your body, right? And your body remains, but it's not the same. So something happened, and we may call it, oh, your brain was working and it's not working, or, you know, your heart was beating and that's not beating. But what about personality and all of that shit? There's a spirit. Something was moving the body, and we say, because science can't come up with nothing for this, so we just say messages happen. I forget the word. I don't want to just call it synapses because I don't believe that's the right word. So messages go from your brain, like neurotransmitters go through your brain and go to the rest of your body and tell you how to move, right? Tell you what to do instantly. They don't know if it's not just your fucking spirit. Your spirit moves you. We even use words for a nigga said his spirit low. If a nigga's spirits is low, he might be sitting down, right? He can't move as much. You got high spirits, you high spirited, you jumping around, you fucking getting it. Niggas know what is and what isn't, but we scared to call it that. Because then it means we got something to stick to. We got a life that we supposed to be living and not just living in straight chaos where everything is aight, depending on what you and the niggas around you say is cool, you know? So that's what that is. But on another topic, just to move on, but it's in the same lane, this nigga in Harlem just shot some gay nigga, right? I gotta call it that because then you gonna know who it is based on the thing that I seen on TV. And I'm not down on him because he gay. I don't really care about that shit no more. But it was like, you know, this nigga husband was up there talking, and the husband that got killed apparently was like walking the dog, and he got shot. Like, the nigga was trying to shoot somebody else, but this nigga had like a rifle, like an actual rifle, my nigga, in the streets behind his back. And it's like, yo, this shit about to start getting crazy out here, man. It's about to start getting crazy. But on the same topic, I think that niggas need to really get down and talk. Cause, you know, you see it. Niggas got their differences and they really stick to them differences. But if you put niggas in the room, they might be cool with each other, you know, in that room. Unless they taking their outside shit so seriously that they refuse to be cool with a nigga that they could be cool with. But in most situations, niggas might be cool in the same room. And then when they get back outside, it's like, well, I'm back out here in the real world, you know? But we got to get together. That's why I say it's the same shit. Get together, share your experiences, because you're going to realize everybody got some kind of fucked up tale, you know? Not anybody, nigga. Nobody has a perfect life. And I mean perfection in the way of having no sorrow. Fuck niggas having money or all of that shit, because you could live happy either way. I'm talking about actual, like, pain, emotional pain. Fuck physical pain. We talking, everybody got some emotional pain from something, and that's the shit that really matter, because that's the shit that leads you to do different things throughout your life. And if you can understand the reason why a person does something, then y'all won't really have a problem, because you'll be able to properly explain to them what they doing and why they might be doing it. And they'll be able to, probably away from you, they won't accept it, but probably away from you, be able to basically come to grips with what you said based on their own knowledge of themselves. And like, let's say, I don't want to go to extremes, but like, let's say a motherfucker got beat on and shit, like, and they don't be thinking about that shit because they adults, and then they get aggressive with their kid, you know? And then it's like somebody tell them about that, and they like, oh shit, you know, I didn't even realize. You know, they might be mad at the time. Like, don't be telling me what to do with my kid. But then they get away, and it's like, well, damn, that shit was happening to me. Maybe it made, you know, an effect on me that I didn't realize, you know? You don't need therapy. You just need people around you. A lot of people, you know? Niggas love listening to music when they depressed or feeling some way. And when you look at the music niggas play, when they feeling some kind of way, it be shit that's tied to how they feeling. Like, literally, the words that's being used is how you feel. Like, I remember one time my mom said I couldn't do something, and I put on some song. I'm like, it just had mad bitches in it. And she turned around, she was like, oh, you trying to call me a bitch? I'm like, nah, but it was probably like on some subconscious shit. Nigga went to that song. I ain't scrolled through, hit the shuffle. Nigga went straight to that song. So, you know, you do that because you kind of need to understand that there's other people out here that feel just like you know? That's why I love Nas so much, because the streets was dark, yo, for me, and I ain't even a street nigga, but I just noticed my life, it was fun. It was crazy shit going on, but life itself just seemed like it was always dark. And it's probably like that because I was working overnight. But other than that, it just seemed like I never saw the daytime for like a good 5 years. And that whole period, like the period from 19 to 23, basically, because I had a kid around 23. So from 19 to 23, all that shit is just darkness to me. And it's like, it was fun, but it was just like, it was just crazy and a lot of depressed times based on, you know, being an adult, and you start looking at shit different, you know? You know, I started looking at shit different around 17, but I was still in school. And then things became even more what it was while I was in school after I got out. And it's like the shit is crazy. So I started thinking about the world from a more realistic standpoint and not thinking about what story niggas done told me or what I've been told throughout life. You know, you can't think about that. You gotta think about what you see around you. And you have moments when niggas come to you and say, well, you think other people think like that? Maybe you need to get out your situation. And it's like, cool, that's cool, and you could do that, but that don't change the fact that this situation still exists. And it exists for no reason. It exists because somebody said this has to exist for that over there to exist. You know? None of it has to exist. If you start trying to put that shit over there in the real world, then we ain't gotta worry about poverty, nigga. Stupid shit. You know, I turned out to got a lot of shit to talk about real quick. Bill de Blasio was over here talking about, just to show you nothing makes sense, right? Now, I keep up with a couple things, but not much. But I like to look up what's going on with these laws and shit sometimes. So there was a lot of programs for people in the shelter to get out. And, you know, it went by a bunch of different names. But now they consolidated all of those different programs into what we call City FEPS. That's the new name. Like, it got a different spelling than the original City FEPS. It got an H in it instead of just FEPS. So they consolidated all of that, right? Try to angle it up real quick. They consolidated all of that, and then they shut down the application process. So it's like now nobody can apply, but you done shut down everything else and made a new entity. It's like, for what reason? Now, I hope that's wrong. I hope I heard that wrong, but it went by a couple times and I was listening. I didn't look. No, I read it. That wasn't even on the news. The other shit I was about to talk about was on the news. So yeah, that's exactly what I read. That shit was like, they not accepting no new applications. So it's like, how do you even, the existing people that was on these things stay on it, but it's no new applications. So why'd you make a new thing? You made a new thing to change the rules of what you already had so you could do different shit with that. Now you got It was some shit was saying, I forget. It was about some housing situation. I don't know if it was for homeless people. I don't know if it was, because I get mixed up. I don't know if it was for homeless people or seniors. It was something Bill de Blasio was saying. That shit ain't make no damn sense, though. It ain't make no sense. Because it's like they was trying to get niggas out, but it was like no real way to do it. Like, I don't even know. I can't comment on that. That's what we gonna fucking end the video. It's Black Moon Pack, Black Moon World, nigga. Lord Mad, Black Moon Nation, Black Moon, anything, Black Moon, whatever. But anyway, you know, this just kind of an intro to try to get me back into the mood of doing this shit again, because, you know, I'm not even in the mood to do this shit now, but I know something got to keep moving, and a lot of other things can move, but right now, like I said before, if you listen to Anchor, you got to focus on the job shit. So it be setbacks, but you got to just keep moving with everything and keep trying to progress. So that's real shit. Hopefully y'all can hear this. Hopefully the angles was popping. Probably wasn't. Motherfucking Black Moon Pack, nigga. Lower Math. Black Moon Nation. Nigga did it again. Motherfucking Black Moon Nation. Fuck y'all niggas. I'm out this bitch. Peace.